For many of us, small talk feels like the opening act of a concert, something we have to get through before reaching the main event, deeper conversations and real connections. We all want to connect with others, but most of the time, small talk seems pointless and lifeless. But have you ever thought that, while small talk may seem boring, it's actually the first step towards any meaningful relationship? Let me put it this way, small talk is never worthless. In fact, all relationships, even the deepest and most intimate friendships, start somewhere. Maybe the first conversation you had with your best friend was a simple question like, "What classes are you taking?" or something similar. These early questions might seem awkward, but in reality, it's those questions that eventually build connections. Now, you might ask, why is small talk so important? The answer is that small talk is not about getting deeper information. It's about showing appreciation and recognition of the other person. Many of us think we need to say something interesting or impressive to grab others' attention, but the truth is, what people crave most is feeling seen. This feeling of being seen gives us the chance to open up and get closer to others. So how can we turn these simple conversations into opportunities for deeper connections? The simple answer is active observation. This means paying attention to the small details that others may overlook. Instead of just asking the usual questions, notice something about what the other person is doing or what they're focused on, and comment on it. This method not only relieves the pressure of conversation and makes it feel more natural, but it also puts the other person at ease. For example, imagine you're sitting in a coffee shop and someone next to you is holding a book. Instead of asking, "What are you reading?" which might make them feel obligated to explain, you could say, "That book looks like it's been through a lot. It looks like you've spent quite a bit of time with it." This simple comment doesn't put pressure on the other person to explain or give a long response, and the conversation flows naturally. This method, called active observation, works especially well in situations where you usually engage in small talk. For instance, at parties or social events, when someone is holding food that looks strange, instead of asking, "What is that?" you could say, "That chicken looks like it fought back." This kind of comment is humorous and casual, and it opens up the conversation without making the other person feel like they're being interrogated. The beauty of active observation is that it doesn't put any pressure on the other person. You just notice the little details and point them out. This technique is effective not only in social situations, but also at work or during first meetings. You can use it anywhere, and instead of asking formal questions, simply pay attention to what's happening around you. As you practice this method, you'll start to realize that small talk is no longer something to avoid. It becomes a game you're part of, and you can excel at it. You won't need to worry about what to say next. What matters is that you're present in the moment, paying attention, and making the other person feel seen. Now, come to the comments and tell me how you've used this technique in your experiences, or even if you haven't tried it yet, are you willing to give it a shot? I want to know if it works for you too.